Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, people on YouTube, and welcome back to William in Japan. Today you join me on a heavily overcast day with a lot of drizzle. So as you can see, my bike is already covered in grime, but the roads are dry. We are at the Shizuoka prefecture, and that way is Lake Yamanaka. Let's hit the road. So, this route 147 on the Shizuoka side, when we cross into the Yamanashi prefecture, it becomes Route 730. And together they join and become the Mikuni mountain pass, the Mikuni Toge. This brings us all the way back to Lake Yamanaka, which I had brought you guys to multiple times. And it also ends at the Panamera Dai, the Panamera Observatory over Lake Yamanaka. As you can see, we still see a bit of wet patches here and there, but having the Road 6s on this bike, I feel very, very confident, or at least much more confident when I had the Super Corsas. Going through the rain before I got here, it definitely does feel very confident. Grip on the sidewalls feels very well, and frankly speaking, there isn't much more to ask when you are riding on these kind of roads. I do believe I made the right tire choice. So for those who had been following the channel will know I have now got a Ducati 748R in my garage. You might be waiting for the first ride video, but unfortunately I may need to ask you guys to wait a bit. That is because it needs some work. Although it is a very good example, the last owner kept it very clean. It does need some replacements here and there. I already done some work myself, but it isn't in a proper condition for me to rip it down or at least cruise it through these kind of mountain roads. So for now, bear with me. We always still have the great Street Triple Moto 2 with us. Oh, and with these new tires, it feels better than ever. As we climb a bit, definitely get a bit more cloudy and wet. I was hoping to show you guys one of my favorite spots around Lake Yamanaka, but with all this overcast, mist and clouds, unfortunately I don't think we will be seeing any bit of Mount Fuji today. So maybe I'll show it to you guys in the near future. I always come down to this area, so no worries. This is one of the best playgrounds around Tokyo to enjoy a ride. So I'll definitely have more. Maybe the next time it's with the Ducati, who knows? As for why there is so little videos on the channel, I must apologize. Ever since getting into a new role this year, starting from January of course, I had been very, very busy with my day job. And I do not take it as an overstatement. In the past 6 weeks, I've been to 4 countries, stayed in hotels more than at my house. So forgive me if I'm not riding, if you can understand. Oh, this is definitely getting a lot of fog around here. I do prefer when I get home from a long work trip, just rest a bit, stay with my family. So less videos it is, guys. Again, forgive me for that. I do apologize, but it's nothing much I can do at the moment. Hopefully in April, since it is getting warmer and I don't see a lot, I still do see work trips, but maybe I can squeeze in a few rides like today and continue to show you guys the beautiful countryside of Japan. I would prefer to go at a bit of a faster pace, but visibility isn't great. Let's be a bit more cautious. So the Panamera Observatory that I just mentioned, it was at the end of an hour-long video through the Doshi Road. So I bet most of you guys never saw it. It is one of my favorite places to look at Mount Fuji. As the name suggests, it is right above, observing the Lake Yamanaka, and with a backdrop of a full Mount Fuji, which is really a magnificent view in my opinion. So hopefully if you guys ever got the chance to ride in Japan, remember, go pay it a visit. Want to be a bit cautious over these vertical grooves. They always cut in the road to prevent freezing, which I hate. Most people I know that rides in Japan hates these kind of grooves as well. It lets the front wheel feels very weird and vague. Unlike what Missenden Flyer said when he was in Japan for his Japan tour. He says he likes it. It feels more, makes him feel more of the front wheel. It feels more grip. Which on the contrary, most of my folks, at least who has been living in Japan, disagrees with that. I disagree with that too. Front end feels like shite, if I may put it. But since we are saying goodbye to those grooves, let's pick up the pace again. Okay, now we are in Yamanashi. And going downhill towards the Panamera Observatory. Oh, actually, we have very less fog this year. Even a blue sky. Well, I'm getting my hopes up to see Mount Fuji then. Wow, I did not expect that. Coming across the mountain, voila. Oh yeah, we can see a bit of Mount Fuji today. Perfect. It's definitely not the full shot, but good enough, isn't it? Wow, the weather here is completely different from where I came from. Holy smokes. Why did I get wet? That wet for no reason. Well, there is a reason. I want to ride this road. Right, we're almost there at the Panamera Observatory. Bear with me just a little bit more. Maybe we can park the bike and take a quick photo shoot. Ah, here we are, here we are. Perfect. A lot of people today. More than I expected. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright folks, since the weather is so fair, I'll stick to my original plan and show you guys my favorite viewpoint of Mount Fuji around Lake Yamanaka. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Hirano Beach. Sorry, yeah, Hirano. Yep, I got it right. My apologies. This is a really rare place that you can actually drive your motorcycle onto the beach and take photos. And it's definitely one of the best areas to grab that sweet shot of Mount Fuji and your motorcycle. And that is exactly what I'm going to do today. Right, since this is sand, careful where you put your side stand. There we go. Righty folks. Just before I let you go, please do remember we are doing the AMA, so head on to the video on the top right corner, leave your questions there, and don't forget to subscribe. Alright, back to the ending. This has been William. Thanks for joining me, and see you next time. Bye-bye.